there's a reason why we also call autumn fall. All those leaves from the deciduous trees have decided the days are getting short, and they are done working for the season. You should take a break too. Leave the leaves, or at least some of them. When it comes to deciding what to do with your leaves in the fall, you have a few options. You can either leave the leaves, you can remove them, or you can mulch them up. Part of this whole 52-week challenge thing, though, is deciding what's the most eco-friendly and practical way to do things around your home. So everybody's going to have different reasons for doing what they do with their leaves in the fall, but sometimes there are restrictions on what you can or can't do too. So maybe your homeowners society doesn't let you either compost your leaves or let them be on your lawn. Or maybe you are going to throw a party this fall and you want your lawn looking nice and cleaned up. Maybe one year you're like, my lawn needs a few more nutrients added, so you want to mulch them up. And maybe another year you're like, let's just let them be for the pollinators. So let's go through some of these options. So first of all, why do we even bother to remove leaves from our lawn in the fall? I mean, Mother Nature created leaves, so it should all be part of a system that works, right? Well, I don't think Mother Nature accounted for the fact that we would have all this land covered in just like grass and nothing else. So yes, in a system where it's all natural, that would be a natural process. But if you're trying to keep some Kentucky bluegrass alive on your lawn, then you might want to remove your leaves. Removing leaves can be helpful if your lawn is mostly grass. If you leave the leaves on your lawn over winter, even though your grass is going to be dormant over the wintertime, when it comes spring, they are going to block that sunshine. And some of those wet leaves can help along some of those funguses and snow mold diseases that you might not want on your lawn. The University of Minnesota recommends not removing more than 10 to 20% of leaves from your lawn and then mulching the rest. And mulching is another option that you have, like going over with a mulcher or just multiple times with your lawnmower. And breaking up those leaves helps release those nutrients that are in the leaves, like carbon, back into your lawn. So if you have a lawn that might be in need of a little bit of a nutrient boost, that might be a good option for you. The Xerces Society recommends not mulching though. So when you're mulching, you're going over and cutting those leaves up into little teeny tiny pieces so they can decompose a little faster. But when you're doing that, you're also putting those little animals that are using those leaves as either a place to lay their eggs or to have their cocoons in or to hibernate in. You're breaking those up too, so you might be killing those animals that are doing that. Some of those animals that benefit from leaving leaves in the fall are the woolly bear caterpillars, red-banded hair streaks, luna moths, swallowtail butterflies, and bumblebees. So all those animals are benefiting from you leaving your leaves and not chopping them into little tiny pieces. And you might have spent all summer trying to attract all those pollinators and feed them and take care of them, and it's kind of like, why stop now and interrupt this important stage of their life? Another benefit of leaving leaves is you can use them to insulate your plants that you just planted this year. I know I put a lot of time and energy and money into planting new plants every year, and then when they don't make them through the winter, that's really, really frustrating. So you can use those leaves to kind of cover them up to insulate them from the cold in the winter time. Another thing you can try that I hadn't heard about until now is making a leaf mold, where you put a pile of leaves together for a few years and you let that kind of decompose, and it makes a really calcium and magnesium rich compost, so you can use that as compost the following years. And that compost that it creates apparently has a really high water retention, so that's something that you want around your plants when you're adding compost to your plantings. So I've never tried that one, but that is one option too for leaving a pile of leaves. Or if you just really want your yard to look nice in autumn, you can remove your leaves, so you can bake them up or put them in your compost or however you remove your leaves. So that is your other option too. There was a study out of Michigan State University that showed if you mulch up certain type of maple leaves, it can act as an inhibitor for dandelion growth in the spring. And that was only for yards that had been previously treated for dandelion growth though. So if you do treat your yard in the spring for dandelions, and there's a lot of reasons to just leave your dandelions as well, but that can also help cut down on herbicide use for your lawn. So overall, if you're looking to boost nutrients in your soil, it seems like mulching is the way to go. If you're looking to protect those pollinators, leaving your leaves is the best option. Now remember, everyone's going to be different, so there might be some sort of mix and match combo that is best for you and your yard. So maybe you mulch a little bit, you leave some, and maybe you remove some so it doesn't like kill your whole yard if you have a lot of leaves. Those are your options. It's really up to you and what's practical for you and your yard. and the plants and animals in it. If you want to subscribe and hit that little bell down below, that will help you stay caught up on our 52-week challenge on living a more sustainable and eco-friendly life.
Yeah.